Why the leaders of religions protest. Throughout history, whenever a new manifestation of God appears, established religious leaders have often reacted with suspicion, opposition, or outright hostility. This is not mere arrogance. When people hear that their faith may be incomplete, they instinctively turn to their authorities to defend the old way. These leaders feel their authority threatened, mobilizing followers, labeling new teachings as dangerous, and portraying adherents as misguided or blind. The pattern is universal. Religious institutions, when confronted with change, cling to the comfort of tradition and react fiercely to preserve social and intellectual dominance.
In Islam, sources warn of a time when outward forms would survive while guidance fades. From the Quran, only its script will remain, and from Islam, only its name. Their mosques will be full, yet guidance absent, and the jurists of that age will be the worst under heaven. Al-Kafi 8308. Muhammad also foretold the coming of the Mahdi. The Mahdi will be from my lineage. He will fill the earth with justice and equity, just as it had been filled with tyranny and oppression. Sunan Abu Dawud 4282, Bihar al-Anwar 5169. The Mahdi's role, like other manifestations, is to continue divine education. Opposition arises because authorities fear their previous structures, laws, rituals, hierarchies are being reassessed.
Christian leaders reacted similarly. Jesus emphasized spiritual insight over ritual compliance. Do not think that I came to bring peace. I did not come to bring peace but a sword. Matthew 10:34. The sword is symbolic of discernment, separating truth from error. Leaders resisted because his teachings exposed the limits of established interpretations, questioning long-held social and religious norms. John's revelation describes new divine guidance. Behold, a new Jerusalem coming down from heaven. Revelation 21:2. This represents spiritual renewal, challenging the authority of entrenched institutions. Leaders often defend their relevance instead of embracing transformative guidance.
Buddhism illustrates another pattern. When Siddhartha Gautama taught the middle way, he faced resistance from established ascetics and Brahmanical orders. His emphasis on personal insight, impermanence, and liberation challenged hierarchical and ritual authority. Over centuries, sects codified doctrines and defended orthodoxy. Resistance shows a universal human tendency. Institutions resist transformative teachings that undermine their established order, even when such teachings serve spiritual growth.
In Hinduism, reformers like the Upanishadic sages emphasized inward philosophical perspectives, challenging ritual orthodoxy. Established priests resisted, defending ceremonial tradition as essential. Zoroastrianism experienced similar patterns. Priests opposed reformist voices emphasizing spiritual essence over ritual precision. Across these faiths, leaders defend familiar forms because questioning them implies past inadequacy.
The Baha'i Faith demonstrates modern implications. By building educational programs, humanitarian initiatives, and academic recognition in universities, the Baha'i community has won hearts and minds globally. This progress has alarmed traditional religious authorities, prompting opposition. Yet the Baha'is respond with wisdom and forbearance. Abdul-Baha foresaw this 120 years ago. How great, how very great is the cause, how very fierce the onslaught of all the peoples and kindreds of the earth. Ere long shall the clamor throughout Africa, throughout America, the cry of the European and of the Turk, the groaning of India and China be heard from far and near. One and all they shall arise with all their power to resist his cause. Then shall the knights of the Lord, assisted by grace from on high, strengthened by faith, aided by the power of understanding, and reinforced by the legions of the covenant, arise and make manifest the truth of the verse. Behold the confusion that hath befallen the tribes of the defeated. Unfolding Destiny, Piener 68. Why do religious leaders protest? Fear of irrelevance. Followers may explore new paths if old teachings seem inadequate. Defense of authority. Leaders protect the social and spiritual structures defining their influence. Reaction to human attachment. People reinforce authority when challenged. Inevitable opposition to progress. New manifestations provoke resistance simply by revealing overlooked truths. Understanding these patterns allows us to see the universal dynamic. The appearance of a new manifestation is not a threat to humanity, but a renewal of guidance. The Baha'i faith illustrates this process today, fostering education, justice, and community, showing that true religion empowers rather than preserves tradition alone. Opposition only proves the transformative power of divine teachings.